Hey, what's going on? Thanks for checking out another video. In this video today, I want to talk about my recent trip that I took to Disney World, where I brought some film with me. I also brought my Canon AE1 as well as my Fuji camera to document my 2-day experience while I was there. So yeah, like I said, I went down to Disney World for the first time in like 20 years to just really spend some time with my girlfriend and just walk around, take photos and everything like that. And yes, I did do the lightsaber building experience, Savvy's lightsaber workshop. It was the most fun, amazing experience ever. I got myself a beautiful lightsaber and a bunch of kyber crystals, and I'm freaking pumped about this thing. But besides that, I want to talk real quick before we get into the photos and everything about my first day there. So the first day we went to Star Wars Galaxy Edge to do that and to ride Rise of the Resistance, which is oh my god, it's such an amazing ride. But when we got there, this is just a really funny thing. When we got there, I have had this Canon AE1 for probably like 2 years now. I put a battery in it when I first got it, and can we all just take a real quick guess of when the battery decided it wanted to die? It decided it wanted to die when we got to Hollywood Studios. Literally, as we got out of our Uber, walking up to it from our hotel, it just decided to not work. And then on top of that, I forgot my SD card for my Fuji camera, so I had absolutely no camera for my first day at Hollywood Studios and Star Wars Galaxy Edge. I did manage to pop off a couple of shots of Hollywood Studios with the camera before it died, which we'll check out right now in my first photos from my time at Disney. But as far as Galaxy Edge, I got nothing. I got a bunch of iPhone photos, which I'll share right now. But besides that, I got no film photos at all, which in hindsight is actually not that bad, because what it let me do was it let me focus my energy and my day on just enjoying Star Wars Galaxy Edge, building my lightsaber, and just enjoying and having a good time while I was there. So let's just really quickly look at a couple of moments of me like loading up the camera and getting ready to what I thought was go to take photos at Hollywood Studios, and then a couple of photos I got there. The next day, Disney World was much better. And the second day, we spent all day at Disney World, and I brought some Lomography 800, which I pushed to 4, some Lomography 400, which I pushed to 200, and then some Portra 400 that I pushed to 2. So I purposefully overexposed all of my film on the trip because I knew that Disney World was going to be very pastel-y and have like a lot of vintage feel to it, and I wanted to make sure that I got that with the film I was using. And generally when you push some film, you get better results out of it. You get more in the highlights and shadows and stuff like that. It just overall looks better. So what I did was I pushed my film, and I gotta say, I got some incredible photos from my day. one thing I want to point out about some of these photos that I took that I pushed is, obviously Portra is great. It's the king. It's wonderful. But I was actually more blown away and surprised and happy with the results I actually got from the lomography film. So lomography film has been widely known to be just Kodak old film that they got rid of, and lomography uses it. But I don't know. The photos I got from Epcot of the Epcot Sphere and my day there were shot on lomography 800 pushed to 4, and I gotta tell you, man, the colors I got out of it, I was blown away when I scanned it into my computer with my Epson V850. Like the colors and the low grain and just how beautiful it looked really impressed the heck out of me. So as day turned into night, I was finishing my rolls, and at the end of it, since it's the 50-year celebration of the park opening, I believe the park opening, they had a beautiful, incredible, insane fireworks display that I wasn't able to get on film because it was too dark, but I got some video with my phone and then also some photos on my Fuji X100V. Let me tell you, this was the craziest fireworks I've ever seen. The projections they put on the building, the fireworks, the fact that they had a Tinkerbell fly from the top of the castle to behind you, which I found out later was actually a male stuntman, not an actual female stunt woman. So it was a guy dressed up in a Tinkerbell costume flying about, I'd say like 150 feet above us, which was awesome. But I got some great photos of that, and it was incredibly impressive. So like I said, we were only there for 2 days. This was a really quick put together, a really quick turnaround trip for me to finally get to Disney World and go again buy my lightsaber, because I've been wanting to do this for so long. Like this is why I went. But the next morning, before we headed to the actual airport, the Best Western we stayed at, right next to it was this like abandoned restaurant. So I just took the last couple of shots I had on my roll and just walked over there and took a couple of shots of it. It was some sort of like old restaurant or something, but I took a couple of photos of it with it, and I really, it was just a fun little abandoned building to take some photos of. But yeah, it was a fun trip. I took, like 5 rolls of film with me, which, by the way, if you travel with film, ask them to hand check it. You can get film up to ISO 800 scanned through the scanners that you put everything else through, but I don't like to risk it because it could potentially ruin the film or mess it up a little, the radiation and all that. So just have them hand check it. Just tell them that ahead of time, hand it to them, and they'll do it. They don't open it. They just look at it to make sure it's, nothing weird. And it could just save you the peace of mind down the road. But yeah, I had a great time. I would definitely go back again and get another lightsaber made and just hang out and maybe actually take some photos of Hollywood Studio with my camera. But that's for another time. I have another video coming up from another roll that I took at Walt Disney World, but it was double, almost triple exposed. I didn't realize it because I didn't mark it, but But I want to share those in another video just to talk about just like how you accidentally can get some amazing photos with it. So we'll do that. And then in a couple of weeks, I'm going to Arizona for like 4 or 5 days because a buddy of mine is moving up to New York from Arizona. So I want to go down there before he leaves to kind of go to the Grand Canyon again, go to Antelope Canyon again, Horseshoe Bend, and just kind of drive around the desert. So expect a lot of photos and a lot of videos from that one. I'm super excited about it and can't wait to do it. But for right now, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please make sure to subscribe. Check me out on Instagram. Remember to just shoot, and may the force be with you. And remember to just shoot. I'll see you in the next one. Later.